I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend, but you know we got Smackdown to talk about live from New Orleans, Louisiana. Come on, let's talk it through. You know how we do. It's T Talking Wrestling. Yo! To all my wrestling lovers out there, I need y'all to do me a big favor. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The show opened up with a surprise. It was supposed to be a 6-man tag team between Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman versus Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. But Nick Aldis, the general manager, stops Cody as he's getting into the building and lets him know that he's been pulled from the match. Why, you ask? Good question. It's the final boss. He wants Cody in the ring so he can speak to him later on in the night. We're gonna get to that. That was a great big moment. Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso. This match was as advertised, but nobody knew whether Jimmy could get the victory over somebody that had already qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Jimmy's been on a hot streak ever since he's been on this singles run. He's been showing that he really can do what it takes. Him and his brother is making an impact in WWE right now, and that's clear to see. The match started off with Jimmy dominating the energy, the athleticism, everything. He was giving Drew everything he expected. But then once Drew got the upper hand, things shifted. I mean, it was even a crazy move outside where Drew McIntyre put Jimmy Uso face first into the stairs. That really stopped Jimmy's momentum. And you know, Drew was bragging about how he's gonna be the one to go to WrestleMania and how Jimmy is not worthy of anything. He was really feeling himself. And I know a lot of my fans out there, y'all like Drew McIntyre, but Jimmy is really something special. Drew McIntyre's arrogance got the better of him. Just because he qualified for the Elimination Chamber, he overlooked Jimmy. And in that process, Jimmy hit him with a roll-up for the 1, 2, 3, stunned everybody, including me. I was shocked that he got the victory, but I was very happy. And at the end of the match, of course, sore loser Drew McIntyre attacked Jimmy, and that was crazy. I don't know what it was. I guess he really just couldn't believe he lost. But you know, Jimmy gonna get his get back, and Jay's gonna be there too. Solo Sikoa arrives at the arena, and he has some explaining to do. He's met by none other than Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, and they're upset with him because of what happened last week. He accidentally hit Tama Tonga with the spike, and he immediately lets them know it was an accident. And Jacob Fatu looks him dead in the eye and says, "We know it was an accident because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be standing here right now." Which is a definite shift because Jacob Fatu used to be the enforcer, but here we see he's stepping up and stepping out. And he even let Solo know, "Tonight you'll be teaming with me in the main event. It won't be me and Tama Tonga, it'll be me and you." So Jacob is really owning things, and he's upset with Solo, and he's not afraid to let him know what's up. We see a quick package for Zelina Vega. In the package, she lets us know that I may be small and I may be underestimated, but it's a fresh start for me. I was the first queen of the ring, and I'm coming back, and I'm gonna be dominant, and everybody will see I'm putting y'all on notice right now. I'm coming. Carmelo Hayes. This time we see him in tag team action with none other than The Miz. Now Miz came up with a name for the two of them. Mellow Don't Miz. Usually we see Mellow Don't Miss, but The Miz threw his name in there. I kind of like it. It might catch on. They may even be a tag team from every now and then, and I'm alright with that. Cool. They were going up against R-Truth and a mystery partner. When R-Truth got out there, he let New Orleans know that it is none other than a native of New Orleans, LA Knight. Now this is funny because LA Knight stands for Los Angeles Knight, but with the LA and the Louisiana, he got it mixed up with his comedy, which was cool. Now, the match was cool, the match was good, but at the end of the day, The Miz and Mello came out with the victory, getting their first victory together as a team. I hope they stay together, but who knows, because Mello don't play well with others. Tiffany Stratton, before her match with Candice LeRae, she had to get a couple things off her chest. Number one, from last week, she would have beat Nia Jax if it wasn't for Candice LeRae getting her DQ in there. Now, she also wanted to address the fact that Charlotte Flair chose her for WrestleMania. I mean, she's happy about that. Even though Charlotte did it in a way when she was down and out, you know what I mean? She's very content with going up against Charlotte at Mania because she not only wants to prove herself, she wants to become the number one woman in the WWE. Nia Jax, as Candice LeRae is coming out to fight Tiffany Stratton, lets the world know that, yeah, Tiffany may be looking at Mania, but she gotta get through Elimination Chamber first. And in Elimination Chamber, we're gonna have Nia Jax teaming up with Candice LeRae versus Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. So she let her know, okay, you might not even make it to Mania. You're overlooking one step before you get there. We may even take you out tonight, so don't get it twisted. Candice LeRae did really good in this match. I didn't expect her to get the victory because, you know, Tiffany Tom is the champion and she is who she is. But Candice actually did really good. You know, she held Tiffany off for as long as she could, but at the end of the day, Tiffany Tom reigned supreme, even with Charlotte Flair coming out to the announce table to try to shake her confidence. It didn't matter. Tiffany Tom reigned supreme. And guess what? Nia Jax and Candice LeRae jumped her after the match and tried to make an example out of her. But who came out to help Tiffany? None other than her partner at the Elimination Chamber, Trish Stratus. Now, when that happened, all chaos ensued. But guess what? At the end of the day, Nia Jax and Candice LeRae get the upper hand. And Nia even hit the Annihilator on both women at the same time, stacking them up. So they really showed dominance before the match at the Chamber. The final boss finally came out, and we're gonna get to see what the big announcement is and what's going on. Why is the final boss here and what he got to say? He comes out to fanfare because no matter what, everybody loves The Rock. Even if he's the final boss or the most electrifying superstar we ever seen, it doesn't matter. The Rock is The Rock, point blank and simple. He lets us know that WrestleMania 42 will be in New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm letting you know that Talking Wrestling, we gonna be in the building too. But just as he makes the announcement and the Louisiana crowd goes wow, he immediately shifts tactics and says, that everybody in attendance is trailer park trash. Of course, we couldn't get Good Rock for too long. He has to let us know that the final boss is really the boss. So he switched up on us just that quick. Then he calls Cody out because he has something to say to him. And what does he say to him? He lets him know that yes, they've made up from the last time that they met. And even their mothers are united. And that's rare because The Rock was calling Mama Rose and letting her know that what he was going to do to her son not that long ago. So, they made up and they're in a good place. He even offers Cody to become his champion. His champion. What do you mean by that? I mean, The Rock is the director of TKO, the company that now owns WWE. So even though The Rock is just the director, he's like the owner of WWE. And he let Cody know he has those connections. It's not just name alone. He comes with the cachet of it all. So he wants Cody to be by his side, working with him step by step, side by side, giving him all the opportunities that come with being by his side. But Cody looks at him and says, but I'm for the people. I want what the people want. And the fans cheer, but The Rock lets him know that yeah, you got the fans, but if you're with me, I can open up way more doors for you, and I can do way more things. Social media, commercials, you name it, there's nothing The Rock can't do for you, as long as you're with me. And he gives him to the Elimination Chamber to give him his decision, and I don't know what Cody gonna do. Yes, he's for the people, but will he switch over? Will he go to The Rock's side? No one knows. Let's wait and see. Up next was the Tag Team Championship match between DIY and Pretty Deadly. We all know from other videos that this has been building up for weeks. I've been looking forward to Pretty Deadly getting the opportunity to get those Tag Team Championships, and it finally arrived. Now, Pretty Deadly, they deserve this. I mean, DIY has been trying to manipulate them for weeks, and they have had enough. So this match was going to be full of action, and it was. It really was. Tag team action at its finest. Smackdown always gives that shot. But what we got to talk about is what happened at the end of the match. As Pretty Deadly is really looking like they're about to get the championship, guess what happens? The Street Profits come out and cause a disqualification because they want those titles. They don't want Pretty Deadly to get them. They want them. So they step in the ring and they level everybody. But it's not just them. The Motor City Machine Guns run down and they get involved. It's a big mess. Things are going crazy and we're headed probably for a 4-way tag team scramble match. And that's what we gotta wait and see. But I'm sure the Street Profits are gonna get what they want, and they want the titles, and I think they up next for them. Kevin Owens, y'all. Yes, I said it again. It's Kevin Owens. He responds to the unsanctioned match he has scheduled with Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber. And he doesn't just respond in the average way. He goes to Sami Zayn's home and films through the window as Sami is with his family and lets everybody know that Sami, this is what you asked for, this is what you want. Don't blame me for what I do, and remember, this is what you wanted. So we see here Kevin Owens is stalking and he's letting Sammy know that it may not be what he wants, it may end bad, but that's Kevin Owens. But hopefully Sammy is ready and Sammy's gonna get the victory. It's the main event. Y'all know what time it is. Had backwards, of course. Now, it was supposed to be a 6-man tag team, but since Cody was removed, they removed Tama Tonga as well. So now we got Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa going up against Braun Strowman and Damian Priest. Now we know this one was going to be rough. Why? Because Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa can't be on the same page. In fact, Jacob Fatu is looking like he wanted them. He told the production truck to hit his music when they came out. He basically was kind of pushing Solo around like he didn't even care. I guess he's really heartbroken from what took place after he left when Roman beat him. I don't know, but Jacob is looking dominant. He's looking like a tribal chief himself. And we know a house divided cannot stand. And that stood true here as Damian Priest and Braun Strowman got the victory. Thank you so much for spending part of your weekend with me. We love wrestling and I love you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Team Talking Wrestling. Yeah!